That iconic scene from The Devil Wears Prada, where Meryl Streep takes down poor Andy's wardrobe with just a single glance. That's exactly what so many of us face every morning. But without Meryl to judge us, we do it to ourselves. Your drawer is overflowing with clothes, yet you feel like you have nothing to wear? That mysterious math is part of everyday life for thousands of mature women. You know that feeling of staring at pieces that still have the tags on them? It's literally money hanging on the rack. How many Jane Fondas and Helen Mirrens are hiding behind a messy, personality-free closet? Today, I'm revealing the sixth element, the one French women have been using for decades that we've only recently started to uncover. It's the secret that helps a woman over 50 look sophisticated with just 15 pieces. If this content is helping you rethink your wardrobe, tap the subscribe button now. Every like is a signal that more mature women should stop spending on clothes that don't celebrate our best phase. And now let's talk about the number one piece that every mature woman needs to ban from her closet immediately. Pants. Ah, pants. The battlefield where countless self-esteem wars are lost every day. Diane Keaton has shown us for decades that a good pair of tailored trousers can turn any woman into a style icon, yet we insist on squeezing ourselves into those skinny jeans from 2010 as if our bodies had signed a non-change contract with time. Spoiler alert. They didn't. The classic black tailored pant entered our wardrobes with the promise of solving all our problems, so we invested a fortune in it, only to find that on its own, it's about as versatile as a penguin in the desert. That important meeting where you need to exude confidence without looking like you're trying to intimidate everyone in the room? Pair it with a pastel-toned silk blouse. No see-throughs, please. We're not teenagers trying to shock society. And a structured blazer that hits right at the slimmest part of your waist. Finish the look with loafers or mid-heel pumps. Leave the stilettos to those who haven't yet discovered that comfort and elegance can coexist. This combo works best when the pant length is just right, not dragging on the floor like you borrowed clothes from someone taller, and not flashing half your calf like it shrank in the wash. The secret? Have a lighter tone version too. Not to mimic Jackie Kennedy, but because after 50, we need light near the face. And trust me, your legs will thank you for not looking like two matchsticks poking out of a black dress. For that lunch date when you want to look relaxed, but not like you just came from a workout, go for a caramel-colored carrot pant, more generous at the hips, tapered at the ankles, a structured white blouse, and a colorful scarf tied around your neck, a la Carolina Herrera, but without the drama or the fortune spent on a single piece. On your feet, pointed toe flats or mules that visually elongate the silhouette. This style of pant is a miracle worker for wider hips and slimmer legs, creating a balance that no miracle diet could ever achieve. As for jeans, the idea that mature women can't wear them is as outdated as rotary phones. Oprah has long championed a good, well-cut pair of jeans, and she's absolutely right. The problem was never the jeans, but the models that seem designed to torture honest hips that have stayed loyal for decades. Forget the notion that after 50, we have to hide behind shapeless clothes. The right cut for mature women is the one that respects the curves you have today. Yes, the ones you have now, not the ones you had at 30. A straight or slightly flared leg, mid-rise, not up to your belly button like a grandma in the 80s, and not so low it reveals things no one needs to see when you sit down. Ending right at the ankle bone is universally flattering. Pair it with a top that ends at the slimmest part of your waist, never at the widest part of your hips, unless you're aiming for a Russian nesting doll look. Add a lightweight cardigan or an unbuttoned blazer. On your feet, a 2-inch block heel ankle boot is the perfect balance between elegance and the ability to walk more than 10 minutes without cursing the day you decided beauty should equal pain. The uncomfortable truth? We tend to spend 3 times more on tops than on good pants, which traps us in a perpetual cycle of lots of clothes, but nothing to wear. The trick isn't having more pants, it's having the right ones. The ones that make you feel like the leading lady in your own life. Remember, the goal isn't to hide your body, but to highlight what you love most about it. And if you ever put something on and think, this would be perfect if I just lost 10 pounds, take it off and donate it immediately. You deserve clothes that love you exactly as you are today. And speaking of being the leading lady, did you know the next item in our capsule wardrobe is what once separated Coco Chanel from the everyday women of her time? And even today, it's what separates women who look like they're trying too hard from those who look effortlessly elegant. Skirts and dresses. There was a time when society decided that women over 50 should retire from wearing dresses and skirts, and many of us abandoned them like love letters from ex-boyfriends. But this forced abstention only led to closets full of identical black pants that make us look like retired nightclub security guards. Diane von Furstenberg revolutionized fashion with her wrap dress back in the 70s, when she was just 30, but it's in her 70s that she continues to prove that style doesn't expire with the date on your driver's license. The midi-aix skirt came into our lives, promising to save us from the embarrassment of showing knees that aren't quite what they used to be, so we adopted it like a mandatory uniform, but we completely forgot that cut is just as important as length. A too-tight pencil skirt turns you into an unconvincing version of a Vienna sausage, while an overly flared A-line skirt makes you look like a walking church bell. Have you heard that Queen Elizabeth wore bright colors so she could be seen in a crowd? Well, you're not the queen, and that dress printed with flowers the size of dinner plates is doing you no favors. Animal print entered fashion as a symbol of female power, but it has since become the calling card of the lady trying to look edgy at Thursday night bingo. The classic little black dress has saved lives, relationships, and job interviews ever since Coco Chanel invented it. But that dull version you bought in 2005 and keep for emergencies is about as inspiring as dry toast. Invest in a black dress with a contemporary cut, in a fabric that doesn't look like a school uniform and that ends at the right place on your leg, not so short that passersby question your life choices, and not so long that you look like you're auditioning for The Sound of Music 50 years later. And speaking of investments that are truly worth it, in the next segment, I'll reveal the piece European women treat like gospel and we Americans think of as optional, even though it's the one thing that separates a put-together look from a I got dressed in the dark vibe. Blouses and shirts. At some point, we all swore that sequin blouse would be worn for many occasions, so we paid a ridiculous amount for it, only for it to end up exiled to the bottom drawer after a single appearance at the neighbor's birthday party, joining dozens of other special pieces. The famous designer Carolina Herrera, owner of the most iconic white shirt in history, is probably laughing at us as we continue to hoard tops that seem made for teenage Olympic athletes. That clingy, fine-knit top you bought thinking it would be basic and versatile actually highlights every unwanted ripple and creates that dreaded accordion effect around the bra line. Swap it for a lightweight, structured cotton shirt, slightly loose through the torso, that provides elegance without showcasing what you'd rather keep to yourself, creating a clean silhouette that works both in professional settings and for casual lunches. A structured white shirt is to a wardrobe what Meryl Streep is to Hollywood. It works everywhere and only gets better with time. It came into our lives promising versatility, and unlike some ex-husbands, it delivered exactly what it promised. The problem? Women over 50 think they need age-appropriate styles, as if after half a century of life, our arms must be hidden like state secrets. A V-neckline does for you what even the best plastic surgeon can't. It elongates the neck and brightens the face without revealing anything you don't want to show. Kate Winslet has known this for decades and continues to use this trick on every red carpet, yet we keep buying turtlenecks that turn us into aristocratic turtles. That oversized, shapeless cardigan you thought looked comfy? It actually makes you look like a formless cloud whenever you wear it. The better alternative? A fine knit twin set, or a lightly fitted cashmere cardigan that defines the torso and ends at the narrowest part of your hips, offering both structure and elegance while keeping you cozy and comfortable. The uncomfortable truth? You don't need 15 blouses with prints that look like they were designed during a beginner designer's manic episode. One well-cut silk or cotton blouse is worth more than 10 polyester ones that start to sweat before you even step outside. And this is just the beginning of your transformation. In the next topic, we'll talk about the item most women ignore, and yet it's exactly what makes European women look so effortlessly sophisticated on the streets. Here's a hint. It's not the expensive jewelry you're thinking of. Shoes. Shoes are that item we buy on impulse when we're feeling down, which is why our closets are full of torture traps we wore exactly once, but can't seem to get rid of because one day they might fit again. Spoiler alert, that 5-inch red stiletto will never be your friend again unless you're planning a bank robbery and only need to sprint 2 meters to the getaway car. Sarah Jessica Parker spent decades convincing us we could spend all day in stilettos. But now, at 60, she herself admits she ruined her feet chasing that cinematic fantasy. The mid-heel nude shoe made it onto our shopping lists as the miracle solution to elongate our legs, so we invested in multiple, almost identical pairs, only to discover that nude in the fashion industry still mostly means light beige that only suits Caucasian skin tones, and the wrong shade can make you look like you're wearing orthopedic socks. Loafers have been rebranded as luxury items in recent years, but what no one tells you is that they are essentially chic slippers. Making them the perfect choice for those of us who understand life is too short to suffer for vanity. A soft leather loafer with minimal embellishments is as versatile as a little black dress, and infinitely more comfortable than any other elegant shoe option. There was a time when sneakers were considered inappropriate for women of a certain age, but we've lived long enough to see fashion come full circle. And now, Grace Coddington, former creative director of Vogue, is regularly spotted pairing her crisp white sneakers with outfits that cost more than a small car. The secret lies in simplicity. The fewer logos, fewer colors, and less trying to look young, the more sophisticated the result. And speaking of sophistication, the next topic will reveal the accessory European women never skimp on, while we Americans keep buying it from fast fashion chains. The item that, more than any other, separates the truly elegant women from the merely well-dressed. Accessories. We spend small fortunes on silk blouses and tailored trousers, leaving our credit cards weeping by the end of the month. But when it's time for accessories, suddenly we become extreme bargain hunters, buying costume jewelry that looks like it came from a child's surprise toy box. Audrey Hepburn didn't become an icon of elegance because of her Givenchy dresses, but because of her pearl necklace and oversized sunglasses, the details that elevated even the simplest outfits into something unforgettable. The classic Hermes silk scarf became a status symbol among mature women, and we all dream of owning one. But after spending what feels like a car payment on an accessory, many of us realize we have no idea how to tie it without looking like a flight attendant about to demonstrate safety procedures. The truth? A mid-range, genuine silk scarf can instantly elevate a basic white t-shirt to something that looks like it steps straight off the streets of Paris. Minimalism promised to free us from consumerism, but instead, it left many of us looking like employees at a failing tech startup, dressed head to toe in gray, without a single point of visual interest. A pair of geometric silver earrings, or an architectural bracelet, makes the difference between looking like you're merely saving on clothes and looking like you truly understand the power of simplicity. Your handbag is the fashion equivalent of a home. You spend so much time with it that it's worth investing in a good one. A structured, medium-sized, genuine leather bag isn't just an accessory. It's a declaration that you value quality and durability in a disposable world. When Iris Apfel said, "More is more and less is a bore," she wasn't talking about size. She was talking about personality, that personal touch that separates women with true style from those who are just well-dressed. The capsule wardrobe we just built together clearly shows that we need far less than we ever thought. 6 essential categories have transformed that sea of nothing to wear into a system that truly works. The right pants, flattering blouses, elegant skirts and dresses, strategic third pieces, comfortable yet stylish shoes, and of course, accessories that multiply your outfit options. Elegance has never been about having more. It's about choosing better. Truly stylish women don't have gigantic closets. They have key pieces and know exactly how to combine them. Now that you've mastered your wardrobe, what's your next challenge? Your shoes might be sabotaging your entire look without you even realizing it. In my next video, avoid these 5 shoes after 50. I'll reveal the 5 types of shoes that are secretly making you look older. And the most shocking part? You probably own at least 3 of them. If this content helped you see your wardrobe with new eyes, tap that like button. Every like is encouragement for more mature women to discover that style has no age. It's all about knowledge. Subscribe for more tips that will not only transform your look, but also your confidence. Because when you dress well, the world notices. Before you even say a word, comment below. Less is more elegant. Fashion fades, but style remains. And now you have the tools to be truly chic at any age.